God calls Sunday worship an abomination. Will you be destroyed? God is not silent. When it comes to how he is to be worshipped, he leaves no room for confusion. Throughout Scripture, he makes it clear obedience is better than sacrifice, and worship, according to human tradition, is rejected. And yes, Sunday worship, when elevated above God's holy Sabbath, is an abomination in his sight. From the beginning, God established a holy day. Genesis 2:2-3 says God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, setting it apart as sacred time. This is the only day God ever declared holy. It is the Sabbath, the seventh day, not Sunday, the first. The fourth commandment thunders from Mount Sinai in Exodus 20:8-11. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. It is the only commandment God says to remember, yet it is the one most have forgotten, or deliberately rejected. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, honored the Sabbath. In Luke 4:16, he went into the synagogue as his custom was on the Sabbath day. After his death, even in the grave, he rested on the Sabbath. His followers, too, kept the Sabbath long after his resurrection. Nowhere in the Bible do we see God changing the day of worship to Sunday. So where did Sunday worship come from? It was introduced by Roman Emperor Constantine in 321 AD. He passed the first Sunday law, not in honor of Christ, but in honor of the sun god. The Roman Catholic Church later enforced Sunday worship and boldly claimed the authority to change God's law. In their own writings they declare, Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible. But God never gave man the authority to change his word. Malachi 3:6 says, I am the Lord, I change not. Psalm 89:34 says, My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. God's law is eternal. His Sabbath is eternal. So what does God call it when people substitute his command with their own traditions? In Ezekiel 8:16-18, the prophet sees a vision of people standing in the temple facing east, worshipping the sun. God calls it an abomination. He says, They have filled the land with violence, therefore will I also deal in fury. Sun worship, whether ancient or modern, is rebellion. Sunday worship, when knowingly practiced in place of God's Sabbath, is the modern equivalent of that abomination. Revelation 14:9-11 issues a final warning. Those who receive the mark of the beast, those who accept false worship, will drink the wine of God's wrath. This is not a theory, it's a prophetic fact. And here's the challenge to every skeptic, every Sunday-keeping believer, every preacher. Show one verse where God changed the Sabbath from the seventh day to the first. Show one verse where Jesus or the apostles declared Sunday to be holy. Show one verse where God says the Sabbath no longer matters. You can't, because such a verse does not exist. The truth is, Sunday worship is a man-made tradition. It stands in direct opposition to God's commandment. And God is calling his people to come out of Babylon, out of confusion, and return to obedience. If you reject the Sabbath and cling to Sunday after knowing the truth, you are choosing tradition over truth, man over God. And yes, according to Scripture, destruction will follow. The choice is yours. Worship the Creator on his appointed day, or follow the beast into destruction. But know this, God does not accept worship on man's terms, he demands it on his own.